Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, and what we are seeing here are some astonishing, incredible photos which were taken in 1924 during the construction of the Via dei Fiori Imperiali in Rome. Now, for the construction of the Vela Hill and the Alexandria Quarter were excavated, this literally exposed what was hiding underground for centuries. Literally, guys, we are seeing here an astonishing cultural layer. Underneath we have obviously structures, artificial buildings, things which are made by human hands, and this just goes to show that it's just incredible. The amount of things under our feet is not just one, it's many guys. And this is just one example here. In this particular photo we can see that under the ground here we have different walls, different structures, okay, which is just awesome. You can tell straight away that that is obviously made of artificial hands. Then another one here which is very interesting shows, well, guess what, more Roman architecture, very interesting structures and buildings, and it just shows that this guys is been hiding under our feet for the entire time. But nonetheless, this is just one example. I want to show you another very interesting example, and this one is in relation to some very conspicuous railroads. These photos are basically from the late 19th century. Now, the workers are obviously excavating the area, and whilst they were excavating under the ground, you can see that there were railroads hidden underneath, okay? Now the question is the following: why would this layer of sediment accumulate in such a short span of time? Railroads were only kind of made in the 19th century, early 19th century, so it just does not make any sense. The area as well where this was excavated, as you can see here, is just a plain area. There's no mountains, there's no deserts, there's nothing to create sediments like this straight away. I mean, to create this level of sediment you would really need maybe like 500 years or more to allow for this to basically accumulate, which brings us the question: was this a railroad from the past, maybe from a different society which got eliminated, erased in time? Guys, this is something very interesting. Maybe we're looking at technology which existed back in the day, and even trains right now, they're not something new. They're something that maybe potentially already existed in the past, hundreds of years ago, got erased from history, and then they reintroduced them to the new society. This is what's called a cultural layer. And guys, believe me or not, this is just absolutely amazing and also astonishing at the same time. And we have the end of this video, which is a very interesting giant footprint or footprints found allegedly in Nigeria. Now, of course, these are not uncommon because they're quite frequent. We have here some very interesting examples, and people are quite astonished by this interesting discovery. Now, of course, is this true? Is this fake? Is this actually a real footprint made by a giant in the past, thousands of years ago? Nobody knows, unfortunately, because everyone who would be alive to tell the story is not alive anymore. So we just have to make the assumption and effectively use our own imagination to think if this is actually possible or not. I mean, the foot actually fits into the gap, as you can see here from the people trying to fit their own feet, and they actually fit inside, and it shows that the actual foot originally was much bigger. But guys, that's it for today's video on some of the most amazing things in the past. As always, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you later in the next upload.